Welcome back to the Dream Girl Studios. I am Royalty Jones, and remember, you cannot sit with me unless you are LWP, and that is living with purpose. Today, I am joined by model coach Nina Nesbitt. Miss Nina, how were you first exposed to the modeling industry?
Well, I used to model myself years ago, and I did an event, and I lived in Paris and Germany. I did mostly runway and print work, and so it was just a nice transition for me to do it as a business. But I've been in it for a long time, over 30 years.
Can you tell us how you prepared for your first job that you landed?
The way that I prepared for my first job was to, back then we didn't really have internet so much. We had we had magazines, so I'd buy a lot of magazines and I'd look at the girls and see what they were doing so that I could better prepare for being in front of the camera.
Yes, ma'am. So what is the mission for Industry Direct Models and Talent?
Well, our mission is to help people feel better about themselves. So I scout models and talent, I develop them, and then I place them so that they don't have to do it themselves. It's really hard out here when you have to kind of look for an agency. So I'm like their greatest advocate.
What are some things that you experienced that you didn't think you had to know in the industry?
I would say, you think that you go on sets and the makeup artists just know what they're doing or just know what to do, but it's really important for you as a model to come prepared with your own makeup and your own thing. So you kind of learn that along the way too, that it's nothing wrong with being prepared. It's professional.
Explain a shoot day for a model. What does he or she have to go through in that day?
The shoot day would actually be prepared for the day before, right? So you have to watch what you eat, clean your skin, your nails, make sure you're prepared for it, because it's really important that you go to set groomed. And then understand who the client is. Sometimes when it comes to the client, they may have a specific need. They may want you to come with colored hair, like your hair is beautiful, or there's something specific that they want. So you need to know what your client needs, and then you're prepared by going there the next day, prepared with what they're asking for.
Yes, ma'am. And our final question, what is your goal, or what would you expect for the children that you brought here today to get out of today's conference?
Well, I would expect for the kids that are watching the fashion show portion and really this whole experience to get out that they do matter, right? We all go through things, but coming into an environment where we see ourselves, it's incredible, it's empowering, and it's really a great way to build your confidence, to know that there are other girls out here who are rocking just like you.
Yes,
so.
So, Miss Nina, what do you look for in a model?
Well, I look for different things in a model because there are different types of modeling, right? So there's, people get confused that it's runway modeling and that's all I can do, but it's not. There's runway modeling, there's print modeling, there's fitness modeling, there's even such a thing called curves modeling. So everyone fits a different kind of genre in terms of modeling. So my job is really to make sure that people are in the right lane, in the lane that best fits them. I'm not going to tell someone who's 5'3" to do runway because they don't meet the specs for runway, but they meet the specs for commercial print modeling. So someone has to do this modeling. Why not you? As you are, you're good enough.
I like that. So, Miss Nina, what would you tell 17-year-old Nina who's just getting into the industry that you know now?
I always say to myself, if I had someone like me back, when I started, that maybe my career would have been different. So I would tell me that it's okay to be you. You are good enough. And as models, sometimes we think that our job is to please everybody, and it's not. Our job is to be ourselves. And those people who accept and respect us fall in line, right? They fall in line versus us having to be something. I mean, Rachel Ray did a story on my life, and she did a story on my life because I was 100 pounds, right? So I did some things, I made mistakes that now the people I work with, they don't have to make the same mistakes. Right? So if I had someone like me to talk to me at 17, I would say thank you to that person who would not allow me to make the same mistakes they did.
Well, guys, as you heard here, it's okay to be yourself because you are awesome. Once again, Miss Nina Nesbitt.
Thank you.